May we please have roll call?
Counselor Andrews.
Present.
Counselor Catalani.
Here.
Counselor Flegel.
Here.
Counselor Garber.
Here.
Counselor Coroli. Here. Counselor Touche.
Here.
Counselor Shear.
Here.
Mayor Carpenter. We have a quorum.
Okay. Just a reminder to all the counselors to please turn your microphones on. Thank you. And also a reminder to everyone else to please silence all cellular devices during the meeting. Thank you. No special visitors, which takes us to public comment period number 1. Please state your name and address for the record and try to limit your comments to 5 minutes. Okay, nobody? Okay. Closing public comment period number 1. Moving on to the consent calendar. The following agenda items will be acted upon by a single motion unless a member of Borough Council wishes a specific item to be voted on separately. Approve the minutes of the January 2nd, 2024 Borough Council meeting. Approve payment of all bills listed on the December 2023 detailed checklisting report. And approve the treasurer's report for the period December 1 through December 31st, 2023.
So moved, hearing.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Takes us to action and discussion items. Road closure request, Truck Trek Food Truck and Community Arts Festival. Discussion on and if appropriate, suggested motion to authorize the closure of West Cherry Street from South Railroad Street to South Mark Street on Saturday, May 11th, 2024, from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. for the annual Truck Trek Food Truck and Community Arts Festival.
So moved.
Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Hey, that takes us to the president's report. Don't think I have anything. Actually, just want to publicly thank the fire department for Sunday night.
Yeah.
You know, I know we thank them, but I think they deserve an extra thank you because of the circumstances involved with the fire that they were involved with fighting on Sunday night. So if you feel so inclined, just keep them in your thoughts and prayers right now. Thank you. Financial report. Everybody should have the financial statement in front of them. Any questions or comments on that? No? Okay. All right. Then the delinquent sewer and refuse account report. Brenda, that's you.
Well, we're not happy that we're $3,000 more than we were in 2022, but we're happy that we're as low as we are in 2023.
There's a big difference between the beginning of '23 and the end of '23, so
Very much so.
kudos.
You're still heading in the right direction. Thank the girls as always.
I will.
All right, that takes us to the fire department. Okay, all right. Library report.
It's in your packet. If you have any questions, I'll be happy to try and answer them.
Anything for that? right, that takes us to the police department.
And are there any questions on December of '23 numbers, that first package? Because it's kind of, will go in the year end. So is there any questions on the first package? I'll just do the year end. All right, so for 2023, overall, so you had 61 crimes against people versus 52 from last year. We went up about 17%. Those are some of the things that you can't control. If you look at it, it's like your simple assaults and basically your deaths that are happening. So it just depends. Next, crimes against property, 98 for the year versus 120. We had about a decrease. That helped us this year. We didn't have. So that was one. So that's a good thing. Crimes against society, 53 versus 80. We're down about 3%, which I'd like to say is a good thing. Those are a lot of like your drug violation, weapon. We lucked out. I mean, it's not that we're not out being proactive. We're just finding people doing less. Overall, 212 versus 252, so we dropped our crime by about 16% for the year. Those are all good things. Traffic citations, we went up 12%. We wrote 1,693. Parking tickets, we took a dip from 622 to 417. That was one of those, like, the biggest one there. I can tell you why. The 1 month we missed when they were doing. So that's why. Total arrest, last year we did 264. About a 6% drop, but I also like to think that means people. So I'll take a dip in the arrest because that's a good sign. And we're out doing things, stopping cars, walking details, interacting with people, so it's not like they're avoiding doing things. Calls year to date, we did 6,235. Previous year, 6,226. So right about a little bit more, nothing crazy. Bike patrol, this year we did about 31 hours compared to last year we did 36. But it was a little different this year. We had a little more rain and then we got different points in time, so I don't blame them. Foot patrol, we did 233 hours versus 220, so we stayed about the same, getting out walking in the neighborhoods. 2023 calls per day, you can see it's kind of evenly distributed except for Friday. I mean, it's I can run it through. Monday was 13%, Tuesdays were 14, Wednesday was 16, Thursday was 15, Friday was 16, 13 on a Saturday, and 13 on a Sunday. Friday was the big day, which is not a surprise. Over the weekend, so people. Time of day, 41% of calls occur between 8 and 4. The next was 39% between 4 to 12, and then the midnight to 8 in the morning, we had 20%. As far as crashes and accidents, we had a 16% decrease in 20. We had 211. This year we had 177, which breaks down to, for the year, we had non-reportable, 61 reportable, and then we saw a reduction in injuries last year. The week, except for Tuesday, apparently. Time of day, you can see most of it is occurring between the hours of 8 and 4 with 86, and then the next one was from 4 to 7. Cause of accident, big one was duties at stop signs, and then repeat offenders, repeat locations, 900 block of East Main. Anywhere that you see East Main Street, at least 900 block, a lot of those were people rear-ending each other at the red lights. That was a good chunk of that. Cherry and Railroad was the stop sign, that got fixed, and we don't. You know, so putting the larger signs and everything has worked. Rest, those are mainly red lights. calls for service, it's a very long list. Is there anything, any questions on any of those? To give you an idea, we did 1,909 traffic stops last year. And on top of that, we did 620 walking details.
I do have a question. So I see on your total calls, you had 773 businesses call in?
No, just stopped in.
Oh, okay.
That's what that is. That's
Okay.
just them stopping at a business. and
I took
calling.
that that they were calling.
No. So that's one of the things they can do, like, in the shed, like, stop in and talk to people, like, stop in the different pizza places, stop in to the mini mart, stop in, different, like, they'll go up and down and actually stop in and talk to people. Like, they're not calling us, we're going there on our own. You even have, so that's in there too. School visits, we did about 20 for the year, which isn't bad. And a school visit's basically, they walk in, say hi in the office, just walk up and down the halls. If the door's open, they poke their head in and say hi. Try to be in and out in like a minute or two of the classrooms, just, I went along once and we got the kids all torqued up and then left, they didn't like that. So we try to make them short, sweet, in and out, and then just to kind of talk. So, any questions on the calls? Next is your bi-space policing review. So if you look, the first one, so your census data is your 77% white, 22% minority. For traffic citations, you were 86% white, 14% minority. Criminal arrests were 84% white, 16% minority. So we're staying with the population. By sex, 45% of the population up here is male, 55 is female. Here you see the flip. We do 68 of our traffic citations to men versus 32 for a female, and 70% of criminal arrests are guys, 30% for women. Guys tend to do more things to get arrested or get a ticket. That's how it works.
Thank you for saying that, chief.
As far as ethnicity, it's 88% is non-Hispanic, and then 12% is Hispanic. Traffic citations, 82 for versus 18, and then criminal arrest is 87% versus 13.
That's interesting.
Well within the numbers that. And I gave you your nice little, we'll call this the coordinated graphing, because we use Google Maps. The first one shows the blue dots, those are your criminal mischiefs. The next one, that shows you where your thefts are. And then when you go to the third, it'll show walking details. So wherever you see the green dots, you can see they're right where they should be. So where you see a blue dot, we were doing walking details. You saw the orange dot, we're doing walking details. So dots are going where things are happening. But there's really not many outliers. We're pretty much within. Questions on the mapping stuff? Last page is all the training that we did. Sent one person to be an SFSC instructor, which basically means standardized field sobriety test. And now that person is able to go be a drug recognition expert, DRE. So that was, we hosted this class here, and there were about 6 other departments in Lebanon County that came here, and the whole goal is to send those people to the DRE. There are none in Lebanon County. You have to call to Lancaster County.
Since it says instructor, can they instruct the rest of the,
He can teach SLSTs.
Okay.
Like, he's already gone to a class, like, I sent him, the one instructor said, can he come teach? The one day I had extra people, so I sent him down there, so he at least gets the training.
does he have to do that in a formal setting, or can he teach it to,
Yeah.
like, the rest of the,
We can, like, teach here, we can do our own refreshers and everything, but
okay,
it's
great.
kind of helps out. What else we have? Somebody go field training officer class, we did the DUI checkpoint class. Caliber press legally justified but was avoidable. Theater class, command presence training leading without rank. De-escalation, detective went to the homicide symposium and the death symposium. Caliber press female enforcers class. So I sent Sergeant Matthews to the FBI. Medical marijuana class we did. Murphy's now considered a accident reconstruction expert. So we've done all the classes, so he can show up, measure, do all those things, and then actually say, okay, here's what I think happened. About a month. This class was 2 weeks, the previous one last year was 2 weeks. We went to the crisis intervention training. For the ones that have that in Lebanon County, we sent 2 people down. A countywide program. It's kind of tailored towards Lancaster County, but we got something out of it. And we were able to come back here and kind of learn some additional things. About tactical leadership, and then myself, grant writing class. So we covered that a little bit more. Overall for the year, we had a 71% clearance rate, so everything that we dealt with, we were able to clear 71%, which is a good number. And then the last thing we throw at you, the Magnet software that we purchased a couple years ago, so we use that pretty regularly. So this year, this is what we processed. We did 34 cell phones, 2 iPads, 16 computers, devices. So that includes some of our stuff, and we also helped out Lebanon City, Detective Bureau, the Drug Task Force, Fort Indian Town Gap, South Londonderry PD, North Londonderry PD, Cleona Borough, Derry Township, and the FBI. So that's who we've helped with that.
Thank you.
Chief, is this on your website, and if not, will it be?
Probably tomorrow at some point.
Thank you.
Anybody else have any questions for the chief?
Excuse me.
Anybody? Thank you for that report. All right, that takes us to Rec Commission.
Yeah, well, you have the last report that was available, and we met last Wednesday, but unfortunately didn't have a quorum. So we waited for 15 minutes and then left, so,
Accurate.
yeah.
Okay. Solicitor's report. Have anything right now?
Just the hearing.
That's the next meeting.
In the next meeting, the public hearing for the liquor license.
Okay. All right, so that takes us to zoning and codes enforcement. Everybody has the zoning officer, codes enforcement officer monthly report. Any questions on that? Yes? No? No? No questions? Okay. Thank Michelle as always for that. Zoning Hearing Board, results of the hearings conducted on Monday, January 8th. The 800 block of East Broad Street, Caring Covert. They were granted a variance allowing for food bank on the first floor and townhouse complex on the second floor of the proposed building, and the 101 North Harrison Street was granted a 2-year extension of time for the existing approvals related to a proposed multifamily residential use with accessory parking in common areas. And that takes us to the Borough Manager's report.
Just a couple quick things. We have a vacancy on the Police Commission for a resident at large because Mr. Andrews was serving in that capacity, but now he's on Borough Council, so we need to fill that. I believe, Jim, you had somebody in mind. I didn't know if that was
Mr.
official.
Brinzer was interested. He was gonna come to the next meeting.
Your name was brought up, Mr. Barry. Because you seem to have a interest in it. Would you be interested?
Meetings.
A meeting once a month.
One meeting a month.
It's actually for the new regional police department. Once a month.
Once a month.
Yeah, not twice.
We'll just suck you right back in. Do we have to do that tonight?
No,
I mean, it's a vacancy, do we,
I figured we'd have it ready for the next
the next
meeting,
meeting,
because
okay.
the next night is the next meeting.
okay,
So
got it.
I just need to know who to put on the resolution, that's all, for sure.
Okay, well, can, maybe I'm not sure how the proper procedure would be. Mr. Brinzer hasn't, I mean, I'm assuming this is an appointment we have to make as a council, so I guess everybody needs to figure out who they would like to appoint. And can you have both resolutions
Can
for
you
both
both ready?
names?
Yeah, we can do that, that's not a problem.
Thank you.
And the second item, if you recall, we discussed increasing on-call pay or coming up with a different pay system for Public Works for when they have the on-call phone for the week. And kind of, the guys got together and kind of discussed that, and they kind of felt like it'd be better, instead of just paying them to carry the phone, because they all knew when they took the job that that's part of their job. But if they get called out, they were wondering if we could increase, they get 2 hours minimum now, to increase it to 3 hours minimum. And I didn't. Instead. And I didn't think that was bad at all.
I
So-
don't either.
So, in order to do that, we have to update the personnel manual, and it's been about 3 years since we've had it reviewed by our labor council for any legal changes, so we probably should do that anyway, so.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have an issue with that. I think
Yeah.
it would end up being less and,
Do we need to
It's
vote?
less in the long run.
It'll just, we'll update
Update
the
the manual,
personnel
and then we-
manual, and then when we get it back, and we'll,
have to approve that.
yeah.
Everybody okay with that? Okay,
I don't think I have anything else.
okay,
Pretty quiet.
all right. Don't jinx it.
I know.
All right, so no communications, any other business? Chief? Bill?
I would just encourage everyone to make sure you have a working smoke detector,
I was gonna say that too, yep.
and make sure it's working.
Good time to check them.
The rule to keep it in your head is at daylight, when you change the clocks.
And that is coming up on,
And you should change the batteries when you change the clocks, period, whether they really are.
I think it's March 8th, I think we turn the clocks ahead.
I'm just thinking, I've had it happen twice where, and mine are hardwired too, and they're all connected. So when one battery goes, they all go. And it always happens like at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I'm thankful that they work.
It's a good test.
Yeah.
Make sure you get awake.
Cats just love
I'd
it.
also encourage carbon dioxide to also, this time of year.
Tim?
Nope.
Jane, anything else?
Nope, thank you.
Anthony?
Nope.
Roger? Brenda? Okay. All right, that takes us to public comment period number 2. Please state your name and address for the record and try to limit your comments to 3 minutes. Yes, sir, in the back. Please come up to our podium. Yes.
Hey, he remembered.
Gregory, 233 East Hazel Street. I'm not gonna sing. There you go. I need some kind of education on this pipe, Roger, that's going along the railroad. Where's it starting and where is it ending?
It will basically take water from the Shadowstone detention basin, take it under the railroad tracks to the detention basin that's on the other side on the Holmeyer Business Center property.
Okay,
And basically on the south side, it'll be enlarged a little bit and deepened so that we still continue to discharge the same flow of water into the discharge point, into the concrete channel that goes around the General Mills
Distribution
building. I was thinking.
the business, where the trucks are.
Yes.
You're going down in that quarry? Is
Yes.
it going in the quarry?
Eventually, that system discharges
Okay.
into the quarry, yeah.
And did I see that right, where the permit that you need is a crazy amount of money?
The railroad permit was all but $44,000.
And there's no way you can get that down?
No,
Not with the railroad.
not with the railroad.
Southern.
And I think we were all shocked when we heard that, but I will tell you that, especially with the things the issues they've had to deal with when all this was going on, I gotta give the railroad credit. Norfolk Southern actually was pretty
Okay.
good to deal with this project.
Now, the retention pond over there at Shadowstone, you couldn't put an ejection well there, rather than run that pipe?
Not for the amount of water that's gonna be eventually taken there. There's one missing link yet that we have to solve, and that's to take the pipe from Shadowstone across Railroad Street to, in the area of Spruce and Chestnut. Because the idea is to capture a lot of that water coming down off the hill and sending it over that direction. Currently now, it's just going into the wetlands there at Memorial Park, which it's been handling it fine, but.
That's my thing there, for the last 3 years, it's great. I mean,
Yeah.
some of them heavy rains we had, I've hardly seen any water.
Right.
So, question is, do you really need it?
But we do need to pick up the water on Railroad Street.
Yeah.
So this, that you're gonna do from Railroad Street, will go into that retention pond?
Yes.
Because I've seen pipes coming out after heavy rain out in the street, getting their basements done. So, yeah, all right, I'll go. I didn't understand where it was starting and where it was ending, and that permit just threw me for a loop.
I think it threw us all for a loop.
Let's hope it's
That's
not,
a
it starts
pub-
at Ridge Road.
Railroad's considered a
Eventually.
public utility, isn't it?
Let's hope.
Yeah.
Let's hope.
Oh, while I'm here, okay, I'm not gonna be Barry Powell.
I missed it.
I'm on the Hill, what's the latest on them getting money, that development? I know they got an extension,
got an
how many, are they gonna get another extension?
I'm not sure what you mean by getting
The-
money.
yeah,
I mean,
the-
the developer, I just talked to him last week, they are planning to start this year.
Okay,
That's what they want to do, so.
and
And most of that's probably gonna be putting the road infrastructure in, the stormwater facilities, and then whether they build new buildings or not this year, I don't know, but it'll probably be just getting everything ready for that, for this year.
what's the latest on Harrison Street?
They just got a 2-year extension for their existing approvals.
And, oh, they're
Yeah, that's,
getting an extension because of what approvals?
What he was approved for before with the apartments and everything that he got from our zoning hearing board previously, he got a 2-year extension.
And he still has
To
to
get-
get an okay from the school board?
He's
No, I
still
mean, he-
working with the school, yeah.
Good luck there. All right.
Yeah.
thank you. Anybody else for public comment? No? Okay. Closing public comment period number 2. Borough Council will conduct its next public meetings on Tuesday, February 13th, 2024, and Tuesday, February 27th, 2024, beginning at 7 PM. Motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?